Well, on Panthers TV, delighted to be joined by the first new face to the lineup for 24-25, and that's forward Matt Alfaro. Matt, welcome to the Panthers. Thanks for joining us. First of all, what is it that attracted you to join the club for next season?
I think just the opportunity to play in the EIHL is something I've thought about for a while. I know quite a few past teammates that have played in the league and have played for Nottingham, and they had all great things to say. So I thought it'd be a really good experience.
Well, one name you mentioned just before we started talking was Sam Hare, a guy that only played three-quarters of a season in Nottingham, but was loved by fans. The two of you played together last season. What sort of things did he say about the club?
He just said it was a great organization from the top down. Good facilities. He had really good things to say about the city, and him and his wife both lived there, and they said all good things to say, and it was a great experience.
Obviously, it's got a very passionate fan base here, which Sam will have encountered in his time here. What do you know about the fan base in Nottingham?
I don't know. I don't know much. I know there's like the arena's very big. I know you guys get a lot of fans, and I know they're very passionate, like most European cities and rinks. But it was my first year in Europe last year, and to experience that was great, and how loud the fans can be. And I've heard really good things about Nottingham, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, the European, in many cities across Europe, you make a good point there that they've got a passionate fan base. How much as a player does that kind of make you want to experience things like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I played in some big arenas over here in North America, but even my first couple of games, especially a couple on the road in Germany, was awesome, especially later in the year in playoffs. And to continue to be able to do that and play in front of that many fans is something I'm really fortunate to be able to do.
Just talk us a bit through your journey, really. Obviously, let's go back kind of to the University of Calgary, where you played there in the U Sports, which is a highly regarded league, obviously at that level. Just tell us about how that journey started for you.
Yeah, I obviously played. I played major junior in the WHL Western Hockey League here before that, and then I decided to go to school. I'm from Calgary, so it was kind of an easy decision to stay at home and play for University of Calgary and try to work to go towards a degree. School is something's very important to me, and then really from there, my first couple of years, I wasn't sure where professional hockey was going to take me, if it was going to take me anywhere. And then near the my third year before COVID shut us down, I had a really good season, and my coach talked to me about playing professionally, and it kind of took off from there. And went to the ECHL after that, and the last 4 years kind of been bouncing around, and it's been good so far.
Yeah, was there a moment then when, you talk about the youth sports when you were studying? Was there a moment when you kind of thought, yeah, I'm gonna, kind of a moment in the season where you thought, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was in my third year there. My coach and he sat me down for a bit. We were kind of talking about it was actually after the season, after my second year going into the summer, and I was talking about getting like summer internships for work experience and figuring out what I'm going to do after I graduate. And my coach kind of talked to me and was like, do you want to be the best hockey player you can be now, or are you going to look back in 30 years and say, well, I should have stuck it out with hockey for a little bit longer, and those jobs are going to be there when I'm done. And so ever since then, I've kind of each summer I've taken a step to learn how to be professional on and off the ice, and he helped me a lot with that. And ever since then, it's kind of been I made it my full time job year round.
And just looking through some of your former teammates, and this might not be a person that you spoke to, or it may have been, but Patrick Watling, who played for the Steelers last year, I noticed that the two of you played together in your first year as a professional. Have you spoken to him about the Elite League as a whole, or many other players?
Not in the last year or so. Patrick and I haven't talked in a bit, but yeah, we played together a couple years in Wheeling and in Wilkes-Barre together. We were line mates before, and so when I saw he was having so much success over here, and he seemed to really be and enjoyed it, it made it kind of easy for me.
And how, I mean, obviously you're going to be new to the Elite League, but how much of a transition for you was it after spending your time, as you say, at home and then pushing yourself around the East Coast and the AHL? How different was it playing that first year in Europe last year?
Yeah, it took a couple months to really get used to it. I think a big piece of that was just living in a different country in a different continent. I think the off ice stuff was almost more of a transition. And then after the first couple months, I started to get situated, and then my play kind of followed. It kind of got better as the year went on. And I think now coming into my second year, I think I should be able to get off to a good start.
Speak to a lot of guys about playing in the AHL, and they talk about the grind. There's a lot of players who go there just obviously with the dream of making it to the NHL. Just how much is that daily grind? Just explain to people how hard that AHL playing in that league is.
Yeah, I think obviously like the physical grind is a lot. I think no matter where you play professionally, I think the physicality and the toll it takes on your body is hard. But I think getting to that level, it was more a mental grind and kind of staying with it mentally, especially in those leagues when you're playing with those caliber players and you're trying to stay in the lineup and try to change your game to where your coach will play you the most, and you're just trying to do whatever you can to stick. And there's ups and downs through the season, so I think just mentally, that was probably the hardest part, and it really helped me grow as a player.
Just noticing the 21-22 season where you bounced around a few AHL clubs. I guess that must have been tough mentally. But then moving it forward to here, I wonder how much more you're looking forward to coming across to the Elite League where these trades don't really take place and you can probably be safe in the knowledge you're going to hopefully be somewhere for a while.
Yeah. It's kind of that year was, like I said, it was more mentally of trying to stick with the team and do whatever you can. Not being an NHL signed player is tough to kind of stick. So I think coming into this season, like I said before, having the off ice stability of this is going to be my home for the season, and really put like my best foot forward right off the start, is huge. And I think it really builds confidence on the ice for me.
And what about coming to the UK? Is it your first visit or have you been across here before?
Actually, last year, like last season in January, we had an international break for our season. So two of my best friends met me in London, and we spent. I was only there for like 4 or 5 days during our break in London, but that was the first time I'd ever been to the UK.
And just finally, it's never easy to sell yourself, but I just just want to kind of say, what type of player can Panthers fans expect next season?
I think a strong two-way centerman. I like to chip in offensively, but I kind of pride myself on being able to defend up and down the ice, no matter play all situations, power play, penalty kill, and then also bring a bit of physicality. It was something I really strive to be the last couple of years, be physical and be hard to play against. And then obviously another thing I really take pride in is winning faceoffs. So being that go-to guy to take draws no matter the situation, and then also obviously provide some offense.
Brilliant. Well, listen, thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in a few months.
Awesome. Thank you.